The man I had a crush on went blind. I pretended to be his fiancé and took care of him for a year. Lucas, it's time for your medicine. I lowered my voice as I walked into the bedroom carrying a glass of water. The man sitting on the edge of the bed turned his head. The sunset fell on his handsome face, gilding it with a golden edge. However, his eyes were unfocused. Why are you only coming now? You're half an hour late, Lucas complained, but smiled gently in my direction. The company had some urgent business. I mimicked Emma's tone and placed the glass in his hand. Lucas was my husband, and I was playing the role of his childhood sweetheart. A year ago, Lucas was in a car accident that left him temporarily blind, with an unknown recovery time. His fiancée Emma was proud and arrogant, naturally unwilling to marry a blind man, and had fled abroad to hide. My brother had a heart attack and urgently needed surgery, with the huge medical bills weighing on me. It just so happened that the Smith family was secretly looking for someone, needing a voice actor similar in all aspects to play Emma, and I was the best candidate. I had studied vocal music and had excellent grades. We quickly reached an agreement. Honey, what's for dinner tonight? Lucas smiled as he played with my fingers. He worked from home every day and only relaxed when I got off work. The housekeeper made your favorite dishes. I'll bring them up in a bit. Okay. Lucas caressed my neck and kissed me. I blushed, unable to push him away, and instead had my wrists pinned down by him. My heart raced, even though I had experienced this many times before, but every time I would get nervous, afraid of accidentally revealing myself. Lucas's hand stroked my waist and landed on my stomach, looking puzzled. It's been so long. How come there's still no movement? These things depend on fate, and I've been quite tired from work lately. I probably need to take better care of my body first. I lied, since he couldn't see my micro expressions anyway. Our relationship was just an agreement, and I always took my pills on time. Looks like I need to try harder. Lucas laughed and bit my ear. Seeing that he wanted to continue, I immediately pushed him away. I'll go check if dinner is ready. I heard his light laughter behind me. I leaned against the hallway wall, my face flushed and my heart pounding. The thought that his gentleness and everything was meant for his fiancée suddenly felt like a bucket of cold water had been poured over me. This man was gentle and wise, with excellent manners. It was hard not to fall for him. Moreover, I had liked him for a very long time. Downstairs, Lucas's mother Vivian was waiting for me at the dining table. Perfect timing. I have good news for you. Emma has been found, and Dr. Lee also said that Lucas's eyes are showing signs of recovery. You'll be able to step down soon. Vivian smiled, obviously genuinely happy. I forced a smile. Congratulations. It's finally over. Vivian noticed the kiss marks on my neck and immediately frowned. Arya, don't you dare get any ideas. If you slip up or have any ulterior motives in these final days, you won't get a penny of your brother's follow-up treatment fees. I understand, Mrs. Smith. I nodded coldly, ignoring her obvious disdain. In private, Vivian wouldn't let me call her mom, because deep down, she always saw me as a poor knockoff, and it was my good fortune to be touched by her son. In her mind, only someone from a noble family like Emma was truly worthy of Lucas. If it weren't for not wanting to lose face on the engagement day, she wouldn't have let a poor girl like me set foot in the Smith family at all. On the engagement day, she made me cover my face with a veil and just go through the motions. After dinner, I brought a glass of milk to Lucas. Walking into the bedroom, he was on the phone with his assistant, listening to a report on the company's situation. I sat nearby, my heart pounding, repeating the script I had prepared in my head. Lucas hung up the phone and reached out to hold my hand. Let's go out and play tomorrow. It's the weekend, but I need to visit my family tomorrow. He hooked his fingers with mine and smiled. Then I'll wait for you. I looked at him wistfully. The agreement would end tomorrow, and tonight would be our last night together. Lucas, drink your milk and get some rest. I placed the glass in his hand. Lucas finished drinking with milk residue on the corner of his mouth. I raised my hand to wipe it off. My fingertips brushed across the corner of his lips. Lucas felt a tingle in his heart and kissed me accurately. My wife is so passionate tonight. Lucas, take care of yourself. Early the next morning when I went downstairs, the servants had already packed my things. Vivian stood there, staring at me with a harsh look, full of disgust. Here's your money. The password is your birthday. I took it expressionlessly and walked towards the entrance. Suddenly footsteps sounded on the stairs. Lucas had woken up at some point. Honey, when will you be back? My throat tightened. Later, then I'll wait for you. Looking at his handsome face, I steeled my heart and turned to leave. I dragged my luggage to my previous cheap rental apartment, finally feeling relieved. Even though it was very run down here, at least I didn't have to watch other people's faces anymore. After my brother's surgery, I took him abroad. This was part of the agreement. When Emma came back, I was to disappear from their sight. Before going abroad, I saw Lucas's appearance after regaining his sight in the news. He appeared radiant at a charity gala, with the elegant and proud Emma standing beside him. They truly were a perfect match. I couldn't help but think back to the New Year's party in high school, where they stood gracefully on the main stage. I was a year below them, but I had known about Lucas for a long time. The hot topic among girls was always about handsome and excellent boys. I fell for him just because of a small incident. There were always beggars near the school, and everyone would walk away in fear and disgust. Only Lucas wouldn't. He would always politely buy them breakfast. At that time, my family hadn't fallen on hard times yet, and I could often secretly watch him at school. Life abroad wasn't easy. Unfamiliar with the place and having to take care of William, who was still recovering. It took half a year before I gradually got used to this foreign land. I worked as a vocal teacher at a small institute and played the piano at a French restaurant when I had time. To my surprise, I ran into Lucas at the restaurant. With his restored vision, he looked even more handsome than on the news. He was discussing business with someone and didn't look at me once. It was normal for Lucas not to recognize me, as he had never seen me before, but I was unsettled, and my piano playing was a mess. The restaurant manager glanced at me with a warning look. I took a break and went to the restroom to calm down. As I came out, I bumped into someone. I knocked the person's phone to the ground and hurriedly went to pick it up. I'm so sorry. Looking up, I found Lucas staring intently at me. I tried to remain calm, saw that the phone was intact, and quickly returned it to him. Our fingertips touched for a few seconds, and I quickly withdrew as if electrocuted. Please check if your phone is okay. If it is, I'll be on my way. He didn't say anything. I felt uneasy under his gaze, smiled politely, and turned to leave. A hesitant and probing voice came from behind. Honey? I paused, pretending to be surprised as I turned back. What did you say? He fell silent, his gaze very disappointed. Sitting back at the piano, my mind was in chaos. Why did Lucas call me that just now? Was he deliberately testing me? I continued playing, for the first time hoping time would pass quickly. The gaze from not far away falling on me made me feel uneasy. After the last piece ended, I let out a sigh. As I was about to leave, Lucas walked over to me. You played well. He smiled slightly and took out some tips to give me. I looked at the bills, not wanting to accept them, but the manager not far away was winking at me, afraid I would offend him. Thank you. I stiffly accepted, but he didn't let go, and I looked at him in confusion. Suddenly, his hand reached out and gripped my fingers. I was startled and instinctively wanted to pull back, but he held on tighter. His long fingers swept across the back of my hand, as if searching for something. Abruptly, his fingertips paused.